Bismillah Rahman Rahim. This is Engineer Masood Akhtar Kyani, and today we have the technical session number 103. Our subject is bitumen protective coating for concrete structure. Just after casting or before going to the next stage, there is protective coating for the concrete. So this is the immediate effect that the protective coating is by the bitumen. Either it is synthesized or either it is a normal coal tar or bitumen with kerosene application. This is the rapid protective coating before going to heads any other operation. Either it is some protective coatings material from the synthesized formula or something. So before going ahead, I would like to request you to press the bell icon, like it, share it, in order to reach the next video with the easy access. So what is the bitumen protective coating? It is, and what is the purpose? The bitumen protective coating is a type of the used to build a vapor-proof and the flexible protective coat in accordance to the formulation of the synthesized grade. The bitumen contract and the flexibility of the protection against the vapor and the water can be influenced by the polymer grade as well as the reinforcement fiber. So, what is the bitumen in the concrete for the coating? There is a solid content required for the bitumen coating on the concrete surface. It should be 55 to the 60% of the solid content. But this depend upon the products and the technical data sheet and the physical properties of any other product. But this is the simple that the bitumen uh, take any grade of bitumen and it is dissolve it in the kerosene oil and limited addition of some hardeners and it is dilute with some uh, hardeners. It can be used immediately effect with the uh, protective of the concrete and the it should be against the permeability of the moisture content and this weathering effect. So what is the bitumen content in the concrete? The above bitumen content in 54 field simple as the 5.08 with a minimum as a 4.77 and the maximum as 5.38 percentage by weight of SDBC. The average percentage of the wires are the 54 samples were or the 4.31 percentage by bitumen and the 3.54% by the uh, maximum of the addition of the synthetic material. So use the CP42 only for the level solid load bearing clean and the dry slightly most moisture content substance. Existing bonding of the bitumen contents and is to be brushed or it is by the roller it can be applied and it's also provide a good waterproofing. Bitumen is known as asphalt and a sticky bag and the highly viscous liquid to semi-solid and in the petroleum. So it is the waterproofing quantities. It is also widely used in construction. Bitumen membrane as a perfect of waterproofing basement, below ground structure, superstructure, substructure, bridges, and other major structures. So, can the bitumen use on the concrete in the uh, application sense, where we can use the bitumen paint? It is also a paint used on the sort of the situation, the versatile paint, and it can be used on both ferrous and non-ferrous metal as well as the concrete wood, and the masonry, and it is also frequently used on metal guttering, fire escapes, stairs, ladders, railing, and the fences. So there is one DBM, dense bitumen macadam. This is also, it can be used as a waterproofing of the concrete structure after demolding of the uh, precast item or remove of the formworks of any other the castings. The bitumen is the best waterproofing. Alkaline bitumen waterproofing is a highly flexible bitumen emulsion, and it can be used in the conjunction with the Alcon membrane, and it create a high effective waterproofing system. It is a non-toxic once the dried, and is the waterproofing is afloat on the roofs, gutters, flushing, and other uh, ponds also. The bitumen coat is done in on footing also. Yes, it's bitumen also coatings are effective on the waterproofing and the protective coating various substance, particularly metal, and various effects on the corrosion places. In effect, the barriers protects due to the mainly it is the hydrophonic properties, and the naturally the water prevents moisture from the uh, concreting, attacking substructures and the walls, and whatsoever it is. So why the bitumen paint is used on the concrete? The It is the moisture content in the concrete and shall be conducted as per the plastic sheet method, ASTMD 4263. Bitumen is used as the waterproofing membrane in the following structure, and also paints are alkalinic resistance. Hence, it is a used for underwater structures, whether protective steel or waterproofing on the walls, concretes, and the water table tanks, whatsoever it is. How long the waterproofing is the last, and how it will be sustainable and it can be stay. Quantity of waterproofing should be last on at least 10 years. It will sustain, and sometimes there is a much longer given the high circumstances. However, it is a lot depend upon the many factors, including the type of the waterproofing used. Also, it is building in the application, and it's again we can say it's depend upon the formula of the synthesized uh, application. Uh, then it depend it's stay up to the long as we can assess on the basis of a design study. So bitumen based on the waterproofing is a process that involves the spraying and the layer of the bitumen coating on pavement and other surface that may be used to avoid from the damage. The bitumen coat also dry, creative, protective, and the surface of the prevents water from the slipping into the pavement and the materials, and it make the impermeable of the concrete structure, and in order to prevent the water penetration go inside up to the rebar level. So does the bitumen paint prevents rust? Black bitumen paints prevents and affected waterproofing, membrane corrosion resistance, and the protective coating also. This is a very good retardant, and also very good the protective materials. When bitumen stop damp image results, nowadays the bitumen are also derived paints, and that takes used to all manners of the internal and the external damp proofing, waterproofing application is the successfully uh, the construction decades. So how we use the bitumen coating now? The We have the bitumen coating. It is a time to apply the first coat of the bitumen coating on the pavement and the concrete structure should be applied in the material even after the surface that to dry 2 to 4 hours, and after a few hours, and once the first coat is dry, we can apply the bitumen coats for the alternate coating also. So where bitumen paints applied, bitumen paints are applied on the substructure, iron, steel, metal structure coating, uh, obstructs cement sheetings and the structural concrete surface. So bitumen coating is give a long life of the concrete structure as it was casted. And in order major the purpose of this one is to protect from the weathering effects, because heavy winds are blowing and it's by the pressure water penetration go inside, and it is inserting by uh, everyday process, and finally it's reached to the rebars, and then the corrosion happen, and then it will make the cavities, and then there is a big process for the corrosion, which is always going to corrode the steel structure internally where the concrete cover is finished. So this is the first preventive action against the weathering to protect the concrete by the bitumen, which is the easily available. And depend upon the specification and the design parameter, there are some special elements, some special products for the waterproofing and bitumen coating, which have the formula, and it is synthetically approved for a long time duration, and also a long time provision, and the internal support for the gaining the strength of the particular structures of the concrete structure. So this was the briefing about the concrete protective coatings, which is the immediate measures it should be taken in case if there is area is very big, and immediately the other products are not available, we can use this one. But there is, according to the product specification, there are so many products from different companies, different manufacturers. It can be used also. So thank you very much, and have a nice day. In next video, we will see each other with another subject.